Hello and welcome to Crypto Tips. In this video I'm going to be talking about why are hardware wallets better, and I'm going to give you my 3 personal points on why you should own a hardware wallet. And it's not financial advice, but it's actually for your own benefit and for your own security. If you hold more than $500 in crypto, I really think you should own a hardware wallet to avoid losing access to your funds. And not to say that you can't lose access to your funds with a hardware wallet, but it is safer, it's more secure, and I'm going to dig straight into it in this video. But hey, if this is the first time you're here, my name is Claudio and this is CryptoChain, the channel where I do crypto news, reviews, tutorials and interviews. So please hit that subscribe button if you like this content and you want to see more, of course, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video as always, and don't forget to leave a comment with your opinion on this video. What do you think of it? Do you own a hardware wallet, and so on? So let's get straight in and talk about the different points. So the first point of owning a hardware wallet is the private keys are secured and they're stored on this specific hardware wallet. So the hardware wallet is actually a device. It does look like a USB stick in most cases. If you have the Ledger Nano S or the Ledger Nano X, they look like USB sticks. You pretty much plug them into a USB port, and then you have to install Ledger Live, which is a specific application to be able to manage all of your assets. And of course, all of your transactions are signed using the hardware wallet. Actually, when you sign a transaction because you want to send cryptocurrencies to another person or to an exchange address, for example, you do actually get a confirmation on the screen of the device asking you if this is the same address that you want to send to as you see on the screen, or that you put in on the screen. It's kind of like an extra security measure to ensure that you're not sending it to the wrong address. So you normally check like the first 3 or 4 characters and the last 3 or 4 characters. You don't have to check every single one of them, because if the first 3 or 4 and the last 3 or 4 are the same, it's usually that address, right? It's very unlikely to have a scenario where somebody's trying to hack into your hardware wallet, right? Again, there are some downsides with hardware wallets and I'll talk about those as well, but for now just keep in mind that the private keys are all stored there, so you don't need to worry too much about them. Now the next point that I want to make with hardware wallets is that the passphrase is normally 24 words, right? With Ledger Nano, for example, it is 24 words, and that is words from the dictionary, right? So we're talking about a lot of possible combinations that hackers normally can't get access to. Not to say that there aren't people out there trying to constantly hack a Ledger Nano by trying out using a computer, using some kind of software, constantly trying out 24 keywords to see if they can get into anybody's wallet, anybody's not necessarily Bitcoin wallet, any kind of wallet if they have funds in them, of course, if they can unlock that, because that is a possibility too, but it's very, very difficult to do that. It would take a lot of years to actually achieve that with the current technology. So we'll see when quantum computers come out, you know, how things are gonna progress in that aspect, and how hackers could take advantage of that. But for now, with 24 words, you are pretty safe, and there are other security measures that you can use as well, which is very handy. So you don't even need to rely on these 24 words. If you're worried about them, you could also add an extra security measure, which is a password. So here comes the next point with extra security features. Of course, maybe you don't trust the 24 words, right? Maybe you want to have an extra password. Some people use like words from a book or something to remember the 24 words because they don't feel comfortable writing them down on the little piece of paper that Ledger sends you, or Trezor, and to store it somewhere or in multiple places, because if somebody gets access to that paper, then you could lose your funds if they know what it is. A friend of mine, actually, his house was robbed into and he had a Ledger Nano, but the thieves didn't know about crypto. Obviously they could have, they've turned his house upside down, and he was lucky enough that they didn't know about crypto, because they could have taken his 24-word passphrase, which he said he kept in the house. So that is quite scary, you know. So this is just something to keep in mind. If you have a lot in crypto, maybe don't store it in your house. Keep it in a safe deposit lock somewhere in a different location, right? I mean, there are many places that you could store them. Or like I said, like split the 24 words. Don't necessarily write them and keep them in a location, but maybe know that it's something close to you, like words from a book, or I don't know, your favorite manga if you like Japanese anime and things like that, right? So you could do that. Now, what is the downside with Ledger wallets, with hardware wallets in general? Well, you don't know, depending on where you're buying it from, you don't know for certain, like 100% sure, that the 24 words that you're generating, the passphrases, aren't predefined. How can you be 100% sure that the third party who created the wallet doesn't have a list of all the possible passphrases that your specific device can generate, so that then they can later try these passphrases to unlock your wallet and basically steal your crypto, right? There is no 100% guarantee, so I just want to make that very clear. But the advantage over software wallets is that software wallets can easily be hacked into. If somebody gets access to your computer, if a cookie or a Trojan or something steals your information from your computer, this could happen on Telegram, for example, or in other social media platforms, then you could lose your funds much easier. Web wallets, I'm not even going to say even easier, right? So yeah, hardware wallets are the safest so far, but yeah, you do need to trust that third party. You need to give them some kind of trust for now. Hence why I'm saying the third point here, the extra security feature, could help, because not even the third party knows what your extra security feature is, right? So that's like a second layer on top of the 24 words to further secure your assets. So by doing that, you're basically 100% sure. Of course, the downside is that if you forget what this password is for some reason, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, you forget what the password was, then you could lose access to your funds. So this is the beauty of cryptocurrencies. You are in control of your own funds. It's not a third party, it's not a bank. So yeah, this is pretty much it from why are hardware wallets better in the crypto tips video today. Let me know what you think as always. Thank you very much for watching and take care. Bye bye.